Welcome to our deep dive into the world of digital bullet journaling. Thinking of taking your bullet journal digital? Curious if this app is the answer?
Yeah.
We're going to dig into the features,
Right.
both free and paid, see if it lives up to the hype. We'll look at how it handles organization, all the customization options,
Here.
and of course, any downsides we can find.
Of course. Got to look at those. Well, to guide our deep dive, we've got a ton of articles, user reviews,
Oh, nice.
and even some marketing material straight from the app developers.
Perfect. So for those of us who, live and breathe by our to-do lists
Yeah.
and love that feeling of checking things off,
The best.
what makes this app stand out from all the other options?
It really takes all those core bullet journal ideas and kind of like supercharges them with digital power. It's all about flexibility.
Okay.
You can schedule entries for today, next week, months away, even years into the future.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's got to be perfect for people like me who are juggling like the everyday stuff with those big long-term goals.
Exactly. And the beauty of going digital is that you get things like cloud syncing to keep everything safe.
Right.
Searchable entries so you can actually find that random thought you wrote down weeks ago.
Oh, that's always a struggle.
Plus, no more glue sticks and tape because adding images is super easy.
Okay. Now that image feature that's got my attention,
Yeah.
I can already see myself like adding motivational quotes to my weekly spreads
Sure.
or even like progress pics for my workouts.
Oh, totally. Visuals like that are incredibly motivating. And speaking of motivations,
Yes.
let's talk about the recurring tasks feature. This is a game changer when it comes to building consistent habits.
Okay. So are you saying with this app, I could set up like a daily reminder to meditate?
Yeah.
A weekly reminder for meal prep?
Yeah.
Or even like a monthly nudge to, review my budget. And I wouldn't have to manually create those tasks every time.
Exactly. It's like having your own personal assistant, reminding you to stay on top of your goals, no matter how big or small they are.
I could definitely get behind that level of organization.
Yeah.
But what about when my to-do list starts to look like a whole novel?
Happens to the best of us.
How does this app help me wrangle all that information and keep it manageable?
Lists and tags.
Okay.
Those are your secret weapons for taming even the most chaotic to-do list. Think of lists as like those big picture categories.
Yeah.
Work, personal, passion projects, whatever you've got going on.
So like I could have a list for my upcoming trip to Iceland,
Yeah.
one for work deadlines, and another one for, learning to play the ukulele.
Exactly. And then you use tags to add those extra details to each entry. So for those Iceland entries, you could add tags like hashtag flights,
Okay.
hashtag packing, hashtag northern lights.
Right.
And then you can filter everything super easily when you need it.
So tags are kind of like the index in a really well-organized book.
That's a great way to think about it.
They help you jump right to what you need when you need it.
Exactly. Now, a lot of users rave about how well the app works with Google Calendar. Imagine.
Yeah.
You schedule something in Google Calendar,
Yeah.
and it automatically pops up in your bullet journal.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, right.
No more double booking or frantically searching for where I wrote something down.
Exactly. And it goes way beyond just those simple to-dos.
Okay.
You can attach detailed notes to any entry, perfect for brainstorming, meeting minutes, or just jotting down those random thoughts bouncing around in your head.
So it's not just about checking things off a list. It's also about capturing ideas and info that might not fit into a traditional task, right?
Absolutely. And for those times when you need a little creative boost,
Oh, I like
or
that.
you want to dig a little deeper with self-reflection,
Yeah.
the app has these prompts built in. They guide you through exercises.
Oh, interesting.
Designed to spark new ideas, maybe help you solve problems, or just get you thinking a little more mindfully.
I love that. It's like having a brainstorming partner built right in.
Yeah.
But with all these cool features, tell me, is there a catch? Is everything available in the free version?
Good question. The app does have a free tier with a really solid set of features.
Okay.
It's a great way to get started and see if digital bullet journaling is for you. But to unlock the full potential,
Okay, that full potential, you've got me hooked.
haha,
What kind of treasures are hidden behind that premium curtain?
one of the standout premium features has got to be the entry templates. Imagine you could streamline your whole journaling process with pre-built templates for meetings, project plans,
Ooh, nice.
even your daily gratitude reflections.
So instead of starting from scratch every single time,
Right.
I could have a template ready to go with like all the key elements already there.
Exactly. You'd save so much time and mental energy. And actually, speaking of streamlining,
Yeah.
let's talk about subtasks.
Okay.
This feature lets you break down those bigger tasks into smaller, more manageable steps.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're looking at this huge task
Oh, I know.
and you just don't even know where to begin.
Right. But when you break it down into smaller chunks,
Right.
suddenly it doesn't seem so overwhelming. To help you stay on track and actually see your progress,
Okay.
the premium tier has a habit tracker.
Cool.
With some really nice visual statistics.
Oh, I love a good visual.
You can set goals, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want, for any habit you're trying to build.
Okay.
And the app tracks your consistency and displays it all in a GitHub-style progress chart.
Oh, I love those GitHub style charts.
Right.
They're so satisfying to look at.
Yeah.
And they really show you how far you've come, you know.
It's really motivating to see those streaks just build up. Now, the app has so many great features, but there is one limitation we should talk about. The search function, it's great,
Okay.
but it only searches within the entries themselves. It doesn't search through your tags or lists.
Yeah. Okay, so that is a little bit of a bummer. It seems kind of strange that a digital system wouldn't have like full search functionality.
Yeah, I know.
How do people feel about that limitation?
It's definitely something we've heard from users.
Yeah.
They'd love to be able to search their tags and lists too.
Right.
The good news is the developers are aware of this.
That's good.
And they're working on improvements. So hopefully we'll see some updates that address that in the future.
Fingers crossed for that update. But even with that one drawback, the app seems to really shine in other areas.
Yeah.
One thing that really stood out to me was the emphasis on minimalism in the design.
Yeah, the app has this really clean, uncluttered aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about helping you avoid distractions
Right.
and focus on your content.
Mm-hmm.
It really reflects those core principles of traditional bullet journaling, you know?
It's got to be like a breath of fresh air in a world that's full of like overly complicated and visually noisy apps.
For sure.
But minimalism doesn't have to be boring.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely not. The design is simple, but there are these subtle touches that add personality and make it visually appealing.
Okay.
The color palette is really soothing.
I like
The
that.
typography is elegant.
Yeah.
And the overall layout is just very intuitive and user-friendly.
It's like a perfectly balanced Zen garden,
I love that.
where everything has its place and it all contributes to a feeling of like calm and clarity.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And remember those image attachments we talked about?
Oh, yeah.
Those can also add pops of color and visual interest
Right.
and make your journal even more personal.
It really is amazing how like a few well-chosen pictures can transform a digital space into something that feels personal and inspiring.
It is. Now, we've talked a lot about features and design,
Yeah.
but let's not forget the main point of this app, which
Wow.
is to help you manage your life more effectively.
Okay, yeah. At the end of the day, it's got to be about more than just pretty layouts and cool features. It's about actually making a difference in how we, organize our thoughts, track our progress, and live more fulfilling lives.
Right, absolutely. That's where the true value of this app lies. It's not just a digital notebook. It's a powerful tool for self-improvement and achieving your goals.
So how does this app stack up against other digital journaling and task management tools out there?
It definitely holds its own.
Okay.
There are other apps out there that have a wider range of features or maybe more advanced functionality, but this one stands out because of its simplicity, its flexibility, and its focus on those core bullet journal principles.
It seems like it strikes a good balance between having enough power to keep like serious bullet journalers happy while also being easy enough for beginners to use.
Exactly. And let's not forget about data privacy and security.
Oh, that's important.
That's a big deal these days.
Yeah.
This app takes it seriously.
It's got to be reassuring to know that your data is being handled responsibly.
Definitely.
So you can just focus on actually using the app to, be more productive and improve your well-being.
Right. Now, as we're wrapping up our look at this app, it's time to consider the bigger picture. So for anyone listening who might be, on the fence about jumping into this whole digital bullet journaling thing, what would you say is like the key takeaway?
I think this app really shines when it comes to, bringing together that flexibility of a traditional bullet journal with the power and convenience of a digital platform. It feels like it's made for people who are like really serious about getting organized, tracking your progress, and creating a system that actually works for them.